The first question that I have for you is what is EQ?
What is EQ? All right. EQ is a term that means emotional quotient. It's supposed to be a measure of how emotionally mature a person is. So it's based on like IQ, which is like the person's mental age divided by their physical age, which is IQ. So EQ is trying to be that, but there's no way to really measure it. So it's just a buzzword. It just means maturity, emotional maturity. Does
Okay.
that make sense? Because emotional
Yeah.
maturity, as many people know, is actually a very rare thing. Today, I was talking to one of my friends who's a Muslim, and he was telling me that according to the Quran, Allah has put. I don't know. I didn't really understand the whole Urdu of it. Basically, he said that the devil, shaitan, is also within us, and he's the only one who kind of defied God. So we say that you know there is tamasa, there is rajasa, and there is sattva. These are the three: tamas, rajas, and sattva are the three kind of gunas or qualities of all human beings. So tamas is the most immature quality, and then rajas is little bit more mature, and sattvic is the fully grown up adult human being who has a proper emotional maturity, which means things like moving on are very easy for them. Things like taking a loss or failure is okay. They don't have upset emotions. All of the things that people upset their emotions for, an emotionally mature person with a high EQ is able to take these things in his or her stride and be very, very effective in navigating the world around them without getting caught in emotional disturbance, mental chatter, overthinking, any of this crap. Such a person is said to have a high EQ. Okay, so it's not that it can't be measured, but it's measured by actually feeling it. When you spend time with this person, everything seems easy. Life is easy with this person. But when you spend time with the other person who is emotionally immature with a low EQ, everything is hard. Life is hard with this person. Okay, so it's all about our own integration with life because emotions are not under our control. Emotions become good when we integrate well with life, when we play the game well. But you know, um, emotions get really bad when we don't know how to play the game of life well, and we are just not clear how to navigate this world and the various what do you call them contradictions that we see in this world. Everything and its opposite is also true. What is a poison for you is like a passion for someone else. Okay, and you cannot understand them. You cannot see eye to eye with them. And then how do you deal with your emotions when you actually have to deal with such a person? That is emotional maturity or emotional quotient. So very valued, prized asset today in companies. If you have high EQ, then you grow in the company really fast. People feel secure giving you responsibilities. They feel secure in putting their trust in you. That is the result of emotional maturity or emotional quotient, as people would call it who want to confuse the issue. It's just emotional maturity. It's EM.
Okay. In the last podcast, or I think was it the one before that, we discussed a little bit about tamas, rajas, and sattva,
Uh-huh.
and you mentioned that it's a cycle. So once a person reaches sattva, they may again end up back into tamas after a point.
Of course, if you don't have the grace of a teacher, this is what is going to happen to you. Don't believe me? Just wait and see. When it happens, then look for a teacher who can stop this. A guru. You don't have to look. When the student is ready, the guru will be on their Facebook feed.
Okay. Uh, what's the biggest obstacle that people face when they are trying to increase their EQ or try to when they're trying to be empathetic to other people?
Like I said, it's not a conscious thing. So any kind of effort to make it happen consciously is stupid. You should be talking to your subconscious mind. You need to have a good, clean communication with your subconscious mind. You need to learn these techniques. Okay, these can be learned only from a guru. So these are not taught in public domain so easily because a lot of it is just grace. It's not a machine. We think that the subconscious mind is a machine. People who do NLP and all, they actually believe that the subconscious mind is a machine and we can just program it and anything can happen and it's just easy. Well, not really. There's something called karma, which has to be removed first. No matter how much NLP you know, you have to remove the viruddha karma that is opposing you doing these things. If you're not able to remove that viruddha karma, then you'll be in a very compromised position. You will not enjoy your life. Okay? So it's very important for you to take out that opposing forces, which are all subconscious. You cannot do this with cognitive behavioral therapy, neuro linguistic programming, any other such methodologies which claim to treat the mind as a machine. It's not possible because it's an organic way to remove it. There's something called grace, which is inexplicable. It's just the energy and aura of a guru that helps to take out all these things from you. There's no shortcut, there's no method, there's no technique, there's not any yoga you can do. I'm so sorry for those who want to be self empowered without a guru. I don't know how else to tell you. This is the truth that I've experienced. After having tried every kind of therapy, it's only through my guru's grace that it is possible. My guru is not somebody who's easy. He's not an easy person. His name is Mahavatar Babaji. As you can see, he's a Mahavatar. It's not easy to deal with him. As in, the kind of things that he sees for you, you may not even understand what it is. And I've understood that never to question what's going on when he starts teaching. And contrary to some people who meet Babaji once in a while or dream about him, I actually met him. I lived with him for 18 months in his cave. And that changed me. That induced in me. He also gave me the lineage of 6 immortal yoga schools, allowing me to become a guru in my own right. And I've been able to channel that energy through and recover myself from all sorts of pitfalls of the mind that he put me through deliberately, even though it was not my karma. After I accepted the invitation to become a guru, first of all, you have to be invited to be a guru. Everyone wants to be a guru without invitation. Okay. It's not a career choice you make. It's not a career choice you plan. Okay. It just happens, and it happens by grace. And then when you become a guru yourself, you're able to deliver that grace to other people. Till then, you're not a guru. Learning techniques. This is not about techniques, right? People think guru equals teacher. It's not. So the only way that you can increase your EQ, the only sustainable way is through the grace of a guru. Otherwise, no matter what your achievements are, when things are not going your way, you revert into an emotional child. I've seen this happen with people in the 70s and 80s. They're supposed to be more mature, but they just can't handle life if it's not going their way. So the ability to handle life when it's not going your way is definitely emotional maturity, nothing else. To be able to chill out even when things are going to shit and fix them cheerfully. That's emotional maturity, EQ. You can't learn this. You can't teach this. You can't mature into this. You can only, by the grace of the Guru, enter it. There's no other way. Sorry, everyone is waiting for a technique. I mean, I can give you techniques like do this and do that, but it's not a doing, it's a being. And it's done with the subconscious mind, it's not done. It's not a conscious effort. It's just being. Okay? You're a human being or a human doing. You're 90% subconscious. You're not conscious of half the things that you're doing, right? You're just being a human and you're breathing. You're doing digestion. You're doing self defense against the environment. You're doing um, fulfillment of desire. You're doing all sorts of stuff. But you're not doing. You're just being you. Mm. It's happening without conscious effort. Suppose the temperature goes high in my room, all I have to do is reach for my AC and click, click. I didn't do anything, but the temperature goes down. I didn't even think about it. It just goes click, click. So there are some things that we just do automatically. Like, you know how much of computing power it would have taken if I'd consciously decided to come online now. My finger knows which is the right buttons to click, 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 and I'm here. I'm back. I didn't even think about it. I drove today from my friend's house to here and back. I mean, to my friend's house and back. And that's a distance of about 40 kilometers, close to 40 kilometers. And it just happened. I didn't crash into anything. I just came back home driving. And so did thousands of other people who were on the road with me. They didn't crash into anything either. I didn't see any accidents today. Accidents are a rare thing, so that should tell you, man, it cannot be consciously coordinated, our lives. It's got to be done from a subconscious level. If we don't have a techniques, then we must invent techniques. But every technique that has been invented to go into the subconscious has failed. Nobody has 100% success. Just nobody. Okay. They've all failed. All the gurus standing there and saying they'll teach you by technique. But the guru standing there and saying, forget the technique, just like try and respect what I say. And surrender your ego and just kind of understand that you can't do it. It's only through grace that all these things happen. You just open yourself out to grace and relax. Relaxation is the absolute good. The moment they say that, the person's EQ goes through the roof. Because by grace, now they're emotionally mature. They become an elder. They're no longer a toddler in life. It's a glorious moment. It happens in an instant with the grace of Guru.
Okay. So I have one more question. Who are some people? They say that they are empaths and they can deeply experience what someone else is going through, even if maybe they are at a large distance. So, uh,
What? Sorry, go on. What's the question?
so who are empaths? What's going on with them? And who are highly sensitive people? People who find stimulation very, I mean, regular life very stimulating,
People
overwhelming.
with boundaries are the ones that call themselves empaths because they don't have boundaries. They can't keep out other feelings that other people are feeling. They don't know which ones to let in and which ones to take in because they don't know who are they, who they are. They have no idea who they are, and so they call themselves empaths because they feel that I'm that guy also who's suffering. I'm this person also. I'm this person also. I'm this also. They don't know who they are. I can't distinguish between my suffering and somebody else's suffering. They also sit and suffer when someone else suffers. Something like not working there. The software issue with empaths. But instead of you know finding out who you are, or at least deciding who you are, Go ahead and say, "This is who I am." An ill-defined self-identity is me, and that's a sorry life. And we need a lot of customer service. Empaths always get their ego hurt when they come to me. The ego gets hurt. They say, "No, this guy is not my teacher. I can't learn anything from him." Because they want to be recognized for the lack of boundaries. They want us to participate that this is also an identity of some kind. This is not why I came on earth to encourage this kind of shit. That's not why they came on earth also, to be so vulnerable and weak. And they say that empathy is a gift. Empathy is something that is. Can you do empathy consciously? Can you say from today I'll start caring? Can you like force yourself to care when you don't really care? No, just no. You can't force yourself to care when you don't really care. You either care or you don't. If you want to care consciously, but you're not able to care subconsciously, then you need the grace of a guru. Because what you actually want and what you need is not what you care about. You've been hijacked. You're no longer the consciousness that came on this earth with a mission. Every soul has a mission, right? We've come here with a mission. If you're not concentrated on that mission, then you'll be very unhappy. You'll be floating along. You'll be a kati patang. You'll be an empath. It's time to surrender that ego that you know and say that I don't know who I am. I really want to know who I am. What's the mission which I came on this earth with? Why did I come here? Is this what I came on earth to do? To get cancer? To have my kidneys fail? Is this why I came on earth? Really? Not really. Couldn't you have imagined a better mission to come on earth than to take SSRIs and be depressed? There's no better reason you came on earth than to have thyroid problems. This is your main reason why you came on earth. Surely not. Okay, surely not. Life is not going that the way it's supposed to be going. The only way is to say, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know who I am. And I need the grace to find it out. And then, you'll be like, you'll be guided. When you say you don't know, you'll be guided. When you say, I know everything, what's going on with me, I'm an empath. That's the main thing. When you haven't even acknowledged the problem, that you're suffering when other people suffer unnecessarily. You made a good thing out of it. You reframed it as an amazing thing, but it's still not healthy. Okay? So that's what being an empath is. All right. What else?
Okay, I don't have any other questions from the
Okay. Do we have any questions from the audience about EQ? This was pretty short.
yeah.
Like, yeah, EQ, it's emotional maturity. You can't do it. You need a guru. Oh, no. What am I going to learn out of this? What's the value I'm going to get? How do I type GV in the end? There still is value, guys. You just have to admit that you don't know. I don't know. Then you'll become open. You start looking around at wise people around you. You'll be like, how do these people know who they are? How do they know what they're doing in their life? I just don't know. So I don't need to give my not knowing an identity. Instead, what I should do is just be humble and recognize that a lot of people don't know, and that's fine. Well, not a lot of them are actually looking to know who they are really. If you become hungry for this knowledge of who you are, you'll find it. Okay? Do one thing like don't eat for 3 to 4 days. You become very hungry. And then You'll start becoming hungry. Then you'll have to do something about it. You'll find food. You'll fight for food. You'll find it. But you have to realize that you don't have food. That's when you become hungry. But if you just eat whatever comes, like there'll be one half-thrown wrapper, half-eaten wrapper with potato chips in it. You're going to eat that also, you'll not be hungry because you'll get gas and it fills your stomach. Like this, people have a head gas. It's filled their stomach, right? And they don't know how to send it out. At least if it's stomach gas, you can fart it out. What you do with head gas? The brain is like full of gas. Because you consume some crap and you don't want real knowledge. And you don't want real abilities. You don't want to really sincerely know. You're not hungry for real food. You're hungry for the next Kundalini experience. That's what you'll get, the next Kundalini experience. But your bank account will be like zero, and your social currency will be zero. Nobody gives a shit about you, and your health will be zero. But still, you can say, I'm an empath. Stop that shit. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I think I've been very clear today. I hope everybody got it. I hope that you're not getting offended when I say the truth. And I hope that you're going to start telling yourself, is this why I came on earth? Ask yourself. Look at your life from morning till now. Is this why you came on earth? Is this what you came to do? I can look at my life from morning to now and I can say that I came on earth. I know what I want to do. I can't do that right now because there's nobody else who can chill out with me and do it because they're so caught up in everything that they're doing. That's why I'm a guru. And somebody has to get sick of it all and say, I want somebody emotionally mature to have lunch with. And then, you become a guru. And then you help out everybody who wants to be emotionally mature. Okay? So that's, Deborah says, tough truth indeed. Yes, Deborah, thank you for recognizing it. All right, great. I hope you all had a great time. Remember, relaxation is the absolute good, and you need to really chill out and think about what I said. All right. And of course, you need to share this because you know what? Everybody on your friends list needs to hear it. So hit share and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you again next week. As I said, I recognize a lot. Good. I'm glad it helped you. Shobha says, got value. Gaurav says, got value. Thank you all for watching. Let's call it a day. Okay, there's a question from Sukanya. Is IQ and EQ related in any way? No, it's not. It's not related in any way at all. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad, says Debra. Thanks for watching. See you, Yuvraj. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwin.